Who's scoring big this NBA season? You are! With all the new ways to get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. From monster slams to dishing the rock to cleaning the glass, get behind your favorite player and prop bets you can make on DraftKings, home of the NBA player props. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like picking how many points your favorite player will have. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. First time, here's something special for you. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Take it to the rack with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVES. That's code MONEYMOVES for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right, listen up, taxpayers. It's time for what you all really tuned in to listen to me for. Financial advice. Tax season, Boost Mobile wants you to turn your tax refund into 6 months of saving. When you buy 6 months on their best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. That's like 6 times 2 divided by 1, carry the, a really good deal. They told me I should have been a tax accountant. Well, would you trust me with your money? Well, that's great news because I'm not done yet. Visit Boost Mobile store during tax season and enter to win up to $10,000 to double your refund. Or if you're really good at math and money stuff like me, pay off what you still owe. Okay, time to take my financial advisor hat off and put on my lawyer hat. Requires upfront payment, tax and fees extra, terms and exclusion apply. Visit boostmobile.com for full offer terms and sweeps details. And now I get back to my boring old day job. Head over to your nearest Boost Mobile store and make the most out of your tax refund. This episode of Nightcap is brought to you by Cologuard, a non-invasive colon cancer screening test. Did you know colon cancer is considered one of the most preventable yet least prevented cancers? When caught in the early stages, colon cancer has a survival rate of 90%. So screening and early detections are key to reducing overall colon cancer deaths. That's why the American Cancer Society recommends that if you're at average risk, you begin screening for colon cancer at age 45. And a convenient way to do that is with Cologuard test. The Cologuard test allows you to be in control of your colon cancer screening through prescription-based tests delivered to your door with none of the prep that's required for a colonoscopy. No liquid prep, no days off, no invasive procedures. Plus, Cologuard test is affordable. Most insured patients pay $0, and a follow-up colonoscopy is needed after a positive Cologuard test. This is usually covered by insurance also. So if you're 45 years of older and at average risk, you can ask your healthcare provider about screening for colon cancer with the Cologuard test. You can also request a Cologuard prescription today at Cologuard.com/podcast. The Cologuard test is intended to screen adults 45 and older at average risk for colorectal cancer. Do not use Cologuard test if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease, and certain hereditary syndromes, or personal or family history of colorectal cancer. The Cologuard test is not a replacement for colonoscopies. High-risk patients' Cologuard test in adults 45 to 49 is estimated based on a large clinical study of patients 50 and older. False positives and false negatives can occur. Cologuard is available by prescription only. Hello, thank you for joining us again for another episode of Nightcap as the Denver Nuggets ran away from the OKC Thunder by the score of 140-27. Welcome to Nightcap, brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network today. Y'all know me, your favorite Unc Shannon Sharpe, the Liberty City legend, back from vacation in the DR. Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco.
That's me. That's me.
Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you, guys. for being so gracious to us and supporting us. Hopefully, we'll get your continued support. Make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock. If you cannot find it in a city or state near you, we are coming to a city or state near you. I'm in Illinois, then I'm in Hartford, then I'm in Maryland, I'm in Atlanta, I'm in Savannah, and then I'm in Charleston. Guess what? Arizona, we have distribution in Arizona, New Mexico. So we're going to be in a city or a state near you. But if we're currently not in a city or a state near you, reach out, order it. We'll ship it directly to your door. Please drink responsibly and please stay safe. Make sure you check out my media company on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. Everything has been restocked. And we just dropped our Super Bowl show shirt and hat bundle. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Supplies are limited. Once they're gone, they are gone. Ocho, there's a lot of NFL news that happened today because the new year starts tomorrow. And we're going to get to that in a bit. But we've got to talk about the Denver Nuggets got their get back tonight against the OKC Thunder. 140-127. The Nuggets scored 140 points. They shot 61% from the floor. They shot 56% from the three. All season's worst allowed by the number one ranked defense in OKC. Jokic went off, 35 points, 18 rebounds, 8 assists. Jalen Williams left the game with a right strained hip, and it showed. Look, Shai is going to win the MVP, and he should. But make no mistake, the best player in the world is Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic is the best player in the world, and it's not close. As great as Shai is, ain't nobody seeing Jokic.
Can I ask you a question? Now,
you may certainly
This kind of really don't make no sense to me now. Now, if SGA is the MVP, but you consider Jokic the best player in the world right now, how does that go? How does that even go hand in hand in general?
Because the best player doesn't always win the MVP. LeBron James was the best player for a decade. He only has 4, maybe longer, and he only has 4 MVP. Michael Jordan, same thing. So that doesn't necessarily always equate. You look at how well a guy's playing. The best player on OKC is Shai. Look at their record, 53-12, the number one seed in the Western Conference. And so basically it's him, Jokic, Giannis. We'll see what happens with LeBron, maybe JT. But when you look at the numbers that Jokic is putting up, 29 points a game, 12 rebounds a game, 10 assists a game, he's on pace to average a triple-double. He's the best player. I get all that what y'all saying, Chad. I hear it. And Shai has been phenomenal, leading the league in scoring. But Shai is not a better player. Giannis is not a better player. JT is not a better player. Luka, LeBron, whomever you want to throw in the occasion, on the equation, the best player in the NBA, the best basketball player in the world is from Serbia, and he's Nikola Jokic.
Are you sure about that?
I'm 1,000% categorically for certain. I've never been sure about any more thing in my life other than my firstborn. She looks just like me. I've never been more sure about anything.
Okay. Based on your giving me a better understanding and context and how most of the time the best player doesn't actually win the MVP, I'm going to have to agree with you in a sense. But what SGA is doing this year is phenomenal. And the reason why they're first and have the record that they do, and statistically, on both sides of the court, offensively and defensively, they're at the top 3 in almost every statistical category. I would kind of put him up there with Joker as the best player in the NBA, but you think Joker is instead based on the numbers that
Jokic is hands down the best player. It's not close. Now that's not to take away anything from Shai and what he's doing. He's going to be a unanimous first-team All-NBA selection, and rightfully so. I believe he's going to win the MVP, and rightfully so. But I believe two things can be true. I believe Shai deserves the MVP. He's earned that award. Nikola Jokic is the best player in basketball.
Now,
If you dribble a basketball and you breathe oxygen, Nikola Jokic is best. That's all I'm saying. And he doesn't. That's not a knock on Shai.
No.
I mean, there are guys that won MVP. Look, Karl Malone was the MVP. He wasn't a better player than Michael Jordan. What are we doing here? He wasn't. But look at his team's record. Look at the numbers that he put up. Bro, check this out. I guarantee you, if Shai and them didn't have this record, let's just say they was tied with Jokic and them. Jokic would win 4 MVPs in a 5-year span. Because the numbers, look at his numbers, Ocho, 29, 12, and 10. And he's shooting 57, 58% from the floor. He was 15 or 20. Let that sink in. 15 or 20, 1 of 2 from the three-point line. Hell, he's shooting down there 50%. From, what is he shooting for the 3 this year? He just doesn't I don't know if he takes enough to qualify. He's shooting 43% from the floor. But excuse me, from the 3. He's shooting 58%. 57, almost 58% from the floor. He's shooting 43% from the three-point line.
That's crazy.
It ain't no if. Take this away. Shai's going to win the MVP. I guarantee you, if you poll all the GMs and ask them, I bet Yoke wins. It's 30 teams. You got 30 GMs. He's going to probably win 28-2, 27-3 as the best player in the NBA. It's not close. No knock on nobody. It's not. But tonight he showed you what he's capable of. And then he had his guy with him, Murray, 11 of 22, 3 of 7, 34. They only played 8 guys. 6 of them scored in double figures. The 7th guy had 8 points. And he only played 18 minutes. Everybody scored that touched the court except one guy.
What was Shai's stat line tonight?
Shai had 25. He was 8 of 14, 3 of 7, 6 of 6. His plus minus was minus 18. Chet Holmgren was minus 20. Lou Dort, who led him in scoring, was minus 8. Isaiah Hartenstein was the only one that had a plus. No, Jalen Williams had a plus, but he left with about 14 minutes in the ball game. 5 of 10, 1 of 3. Look, you're going to have one of these games, Ocho. You're not going to be, look, I don't care, the best defense. Look at the 85 Bears. I don't know if you remember that Monday Night Massacre that Miami put on their ass. I'm old enough to remember that. They beat the brakes off the Bears in the Orange Bowl back in '84. Go look it up on that Monday night and look what Dan Marino and them did to them. So you're going to have a bad game. You look at what happened to us. We played that defense that year. Jimmy Smith dropped down there 300 yards receiving on us and 3 touchdowns. He had 15 for 291.
Dwayne Starkson was out there struggling with him.
And Chris McCallum, he cutting everybody's ass. It didn't matter.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's like, hey, you get him. I'll cut your, nah, you go back over there. I done had enough. I don't want no more of these problems. Game. So it happens. Nikola Jokic averaging 29 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists. So he's 3rd in scoring, 3rd in rebounding, 2nd in assists, 11th in field goal percentage. Shai is 1st in scoring at 33 points, 76 in rebounds, 5.1, 16th in assists, 6.2, 25th in field goal percentage. I mean, he about to become the second guard. I think Michael Jordan did it to score 30 on at least 50% shooting as a guard. That's crazy. That's crazy efficiency. I'm talking about crazy. I mean, can I think about it? Only 2 guys have ever done it in the history that played the guard position. Now, there have been bigs. Obviously, if you're a big, that's different. You're not taking the outside shots like a guard is. But for Jordan to average 30 and shoot 50% from the floor, and Shai held down to shooting 53% from the floor. He's had a phenomenal season, and to watch the process and watch how he's gotten better and better every single year. Now, I'm not saying that if you work hard, you're going to be able to have a meteoric rise like him. but it's just hard for me to see not a player not getting incrementally better if he works. Now, are you going to take that leap like he's taken? Probably not.
Listen,
but you'll get better.
It was already something was already in him though. Huh? You got to understand the players are different regardless of what sport you play. When you work hard, if you already got the talent and you add that with working hard, that's when the leaps and bounds happen in your game like that.
You look at LeBron, look at Jordan, look at Kobe. Guys that are immensely talented, but are equally as hardworking. So now you combine the talent with hard work.
Elevate the heights unknown.
Yes. And sometimes if you work hard, you don't have to be the most talented. Larry Bird wasn't wasn't leaping out of the gym. He wasn't the fleetest of foot. But he'd tear your ass up. Same thing with Magic. Magic, we had never seen anything like Magic. We never seen a 6'9" guy. You a power forward or you a center. That's what a 6'9" guy. He was the same height as Mr. Russell, 6'9". Now he's playing the point guard. So now you got little 6-foot guards trying to guard him. Hell, he looked right over the top of them. Put a hand up in his face. What? Put what hand? So he can see over the top of the defense. This was a great game. Obviously, OKC, they just played, had an unbelievable performance the other night. This was a back-to-back, right?
Because they
Didn't they beat the
played
Nuggets
last night?
Yeah, they beat the Nuggets in Denver, and then was that game in Denver or was it in OKC? Was both in OKC? Okay, but Jokic gets his revenge. The Nuggets get back on the winning track. 140. They scored 34. They had 67 points at the half. Wow. OKC had 73 at the half. And then the second half, they gave up 73 second half points to the Nuggets, while they scored 54 second half points. That was the difference in the ball game, and that's why they ran away with it. The number 2 seeded Lakers without LeBron James lose to the 21-42 Nets. LA drops to 40-23, are now the 3rd seed in the West. This is especially costly loss considering their upcoming schedule is 3 back-to-backs in 8 days. They're a half game behind of the Denver Nuggets for 2 and a half game ahead of Memphis for 4. LA is in Milwaukee on Thursday. JJ said there's a low-level communication game for the Lakers. He said that being shorthanded isn't an excuse. We just wanted to take shortcuts, just shortcuts. You want to be a good team in the NBA, you want to win, you have to do the hard stuff. I agree. JJ.
I mean, when JJ says you have to do the hard stuff, what exactly is the hard stuff he's speaking of? Because with LeBron being out,
everything. You got to rebound. You got to box out. You got to get loose balls. You got to make the extra pass. You can't take a shortcut like, oh, this seems to be easy. Turning the ball, careless turnover.
Okay, I understand. I understand that. But they've been playing well all season long. And, well, obviously when Luka got there, all of a sudden LeBron is out. Now everything is magnified, and they're taking shortcuts. Well, they weren't just taking shortcuts 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago or 4 nights ago before when they was winning.
Yeah. Look, Luka did not shoot the ball well again. 8 of 26, 3 of 10, 5 turnovers. Austin Reeves didn't shoot the ball well. 3 of 14. Alex Len, he got great cardio in. 13 minutes, 0 points. He was just getting his cardio in. So guys normally after the game that didn't play a lot, they normally get on the bike to get their legs, get some cardio in. Alex Len got his in. He just happened to play 13 minutes and ain't give you nothing in the stat sheet.
What I mean?
So
now see what you just said right there. You rattled off 4 players, right? That didn't play well, didn't shoot well, but JJ said it's about cutting corners and hard work. How about you just? I mean, it's clear as day what really happened. It's clear as day, but I'm assuming as a coach you really can't say that. You can't be honest.
Sometimes, Ocho, even when you're not playing well, you can overcome not playing well by playing hard. That's what he's saying.
That's a good one. I like that. But I don't think without them having LeBron and Luka playing not playing up to par, even if you did play hard and didn't take any shortcuts, you wasn't winning that game tonight. Because it's not enough. It's not enough people to have production.
They had a 12-point lead, Ocho.
And what happened to the 12-point lead, huh?
What happened was you kept fouling. You kept putting their ass on the free throw line. They shot 30 free throws. You shot 19. Yeah. You on the road and you let a team outshoot you by 11, you're probably going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Lakers they shot better from the floor. They shot better from the three. They shot better from the free throw line. It was closer rebound. I mean, no, they gave up 16 offensive rebounds, Ocho. See? That's the hard stuff. Box out. You think the ball just go bounce to you. No. This was a game that they really needed to win, Ocho, because think about it. They got Milwaukee. Woo. They still got the Nuggets. They got the Nuggets twice.
You said
and you're going to face these teams without LeBron.
So you say they dropped third. They went from second to third in the East.
They're third. They're third. They're a half game back of second. They're a half game in front of Memphis for fourth. Yeah. And you're going to be without LeBron. You basically – so I'm going to err on the side of caution. They say he's going to be out a week. I'm going to keep him out 2 weeks because I don't want him to re-injure it. We're about 5 weeks away from the postseason. The last thing I want is LeBron limping into the postseason because I know we got no chance. But you just got to do you got to do the small stuff right, especially when you down one of your best players. I mean, like I said, I said this at the time of the signing. I don't know why you signed Alex Lynn. Y'all should have said, hey, Sacramento, we're gonna chip in a couple of dollars because we don't want him to come here.
That's messed up, man.
Man. When has anybody said, you know what? Alex Lynn might be the missing piece. He might be a good role player. He might be a good backup.
I mean, he in the NBA for a reason now. He in the NBA. Hey, look, like you say it all the time.
He tall.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Now, if we can get him, if we can get him to play.
Play what?
Like
the saxophone, the drums, the guitar, piano.
Come on now, you just out there wasting a roster spot.
Yeah,
I mean,
look like Tarzan, play like Jane.
No disrespect to young bull.
I'm just saying, Gabe Vincent gave it to you tonight. He's starting to shoot the ball really well. 8 of 12 from the floor, 6 of 9 from the 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He led the Lakers in scoring with 24. Luka played 41 minutes. He scored 22, but he took 26 shots. Nah, you can never have fewer points than shot attempts. That's not good. Austin Reeves only had 3 more points than he had shot attempts. That's not good. Dalton Connect had 1 more point than shot attempts. That's not good. And I say this again, in all sincerity, it's hard for me to see a scenario that Alex Lynn is better than Dwight Howard, even at the age of 38 or 39. I just don't see it.
You know, they're not bringing anyone older. The game itself is a young man's game. So even though Dwight Howard is big that I'm sure they could use, they just rather not do it. And I think there might have been some rift, if I'm not mistaken, seeing it earlier. You know, with Dwight Howard had exchange of words with somebody when he was on the Lakers, which is why he's not there now. But
he ain't had no exchange of no words. I got to change your words. You want to go farther than the first round of the playoffs? That's the word. Not the word, but words. Hey. Further than the first round.
If the Lakers really knew what they needed, you know who they really could have brought in?
What?
What you mean what?
Man, you holding the ball like you a 1950s basketball player. Man, put that ball down before you hurt yourself.
Don't worry about how I'm holding this ball. It's about where the ball gonna go once I get to the hoop. Listen,
nowhere. It ain't going.
One thing about it,
it ain't going in the basket.
Listen, well, when I was in high school, I averaged a triple double. Now that's what we're not gonna do. I average a triple double. A triple double. What you talking about, man?
They say you had quadruple double.
6'8", class 6'8". Miami Beach Senior High. I averaged 42 points a night. What you talk about, man? Well, I used to be out there, man, like
A quadruple
listen, I was
single.
like a mixture of Jamal Murray.
4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 fouls.
Hey, I was a mixture of Jamal Murray and Kyrie Irving. That's what my package looked like. I got a package now. Ask about me.
Lord,
Ask about me.
A mix of X-Lax and Phenamint. You was some ish.
I'm telling you, well, I was built different, man. You would have thought I was born in New York. The kind of handles I had. Yeah, that's what he used to tell me. Boy, you from Miami? I said, yeah. But you play that one of them boys off of Rucker Park. I say, nah. Like I just
No, ain't nobody say that. Ocho, you did not play basketball in high school.
I played soccer. I'm talking about
that ain't basketball.
I know, but listen to me. My focal point was soccer, but I'm just saying that's how good I was and athletic I was. Where I could it translate. I used to skip class and go to people PE class and play basketball.
Ocho, you can't play basketball.
Listen, man. It's one thing about me. I lie for you before I lie to you. You hear me?
You just lying now.
I take.
I mean, you ain't really talking to nobody in particular. You just lying.
I take pride in my craft.
What, mac and cheese? That's the only craft I know. That's the only craft I know anything about that you would know about. All that other stuff you talk about, hold on up about that. What you talking about? Ocho, after a tumultuous Aaron Rodgers era in New York has made it clear, decisive, and somber decision with a high upside player on a low-cost deal. The Jets signed Justin Fields to a 2-year deal, $40 million with $30 million guaranteed. He was celebrating his new deal in Dubai with Michael Parsons, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson. Fields is expected to be the Jets' opening day starter ahead of Tyrod Taylor. Fields would be reunited with Garrett Wilson. The two were teammates for 2 seasons at Ohio State, 19 through the 20th. Fields was drafted number 11 overall in 2021, 9 spots after the Jets selected Zach Wilson, who was replaced by Rodgers and traded last offseason. He was in Denver last year. Now he's in Miami on a 1-year deal, fully guaranteed to back up Tua. Ocho, what do you think about this deal? Now we know definitively Justin Fields is not going back to Pittsburgh. He's in New York. So you like this deal?
Absolutely. I like it. Justin Fields deserve a chance to start. He deserved a chance to start somewhere. If it wasn't going to be in Pittsburgh, obviously Mike Tomlin had promised Russell Wilson a job. He came in, took the team to 4-2. Then Russell Wilson took over. We know what happened. The bottom fell out towards the end of the season. Justin Fields doesn't come back. He was on a 1-year deal. He's now going to the New York Jets. Now, the New York Jets have their own problems. One of the problems that they did have, but that they think they solved, is a quarterback position in bringing Justin Fields in. I'm hoping things go in his favor and they continue to put pieces around him so he can succeed at what he does. Having Garrett Wilson, for one, that's a step in the right direction. Fixing the offensive line, for two, is another step in the right direction. You have Breece Hall, who can take some of the pressure off of you when it comes to running the ball. He can also catch the ball out the backfield. Outside of that, the defense, maybe they can hopefully get back to what they once were. Not last year, but the year before, where they were top 3 in almost every statistical category. When they played, hope they can get back to that. And I'm happy for Justin Fields. And listen, now the onus is on you. The onus is on you. You wanted a chance to be a starter. You wanted a chance to be able to prove yourself. Now you got it. And not only do you got it, now you got it in the best place to play. The best market, the media, the world is watching. You're going to be on TV. Everything you do is going to be magnified. So the pressure going to be on a little bit now. This is New York.
The pressure's also going to be
Big
on.
Apple, ain't it?
Well, also, you know who the backup was under Rodgers, who played better at spots when he got into Rodgers? Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah. Tyrod been around for a long time now. That's one joke in that.
Plays well. He understands.
That's one joke on. You can put him on all 32 teams. He gonna give you what you need every time he step in there. every time he step in there, but for some reason they don't view him as a starter when he actually is. That's what he should be.
Right. He played really well. Remember, he started in Buffalo and took him to the playoffs. And then he goes to San Diego. He has a cartilage injury suffered in the preseason. They inject it, and they end up piercing a lung, and he collapsed his lung. So now Justin Herbert starts. Now Herbert plays well. He never gets the job back. So now he's been a backup. He was a backup in New York, played better than Daniel Jones, went to Jets and played good. So he's played well when he's been given an opportunity to play. Actually, and he was also a backup in Baltimore. Yeah. Didn't he back up Flacco?
He did?
Yeah.
Wait, what year was this?
He was on that Super Bowl team.
Oh, right. Rod got a ring too, huh?
Yeah.
Woo.
That's where, and he played, in back spot duty, played well. Yeah. He goes to Buffalo.
Okay.
So he went from Baltimore to Buffalo to the Chargers to the Giants to the Jets.
Now, where was he at when they had the issue with the lung, with the punctured lung?
The Chargers.
Now, did he purposely not file any type of action simply for the fact that he?
I think he did file a grievance.
For real?
I think he did file a grievance because that's tricky, Ocho, because you want to get deep enough in there and put the medicine in there, and the lungs are right there. The lungs are right there. You have to be cautious. Now you're talking to somebody that shot his ribs up because he had rib cartilage. So it's a very delicate process, and it happens. It's happened.
You know what I would think about too when I just thought about it. You have to be careful a little bit. I think if you have an issue like that, especially where the doctors are responsible for doing something wrong to you. But I always thought as a player, if you file suit and you win, the NFL ain't gonna play with you no more. You know what I'm trying to get at, huh?
Right.
Oh, so that's
yeah. I mean, he said probably it cost him a starting job because they pay you salary.
So now you know what I mean. You see what I mean? But
yeah, he sued. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So yeah, it happened. So I'm happy for Justin Fields. He's like, bro, I ain't going back to Pittsburgh. Y'all ain't gonna turn me loose. Y'all gonna come in here and y'all want to do this little stuff like that. Play to the defense. Don't take any risk. Right. The last time they took risk is when they had Big Ben. They allow Big Ben to play free.
Man. You got to understand what Big Ben had at his disposal to be able to play free.
Yeah,
they ain't got nothing like that over there.
Early in his career, even when he had weapons, it was a defense. They run the bus. They ran Willie Parker. And then even when they got Le'Veon, they still was an aired out type of a football team because they had all of those receivers. They had Mike Wallace's and they had the Sanders and they had the ABs. So they had a nice collection of talent at the wide receiver position. Now, I'm not saying, and none of the guys, so I don't want people to misconstrue this, none of the guys that's played quarterback are comparable to Ben.
No.
So we know what Ben represents. But all I'm saying, I think Ben has the most 500 passing games in NFL history. With that being said, at the end of the day, Ocho, you got to let me throw the football, bro. Yeah. This is 2025. This ain't 1940 football where we run the wing T.
Yeah, you got to.
Quarterbacks want to throw. Receivers want to catch. Running backs want to run. Edge rushers want to rush the quarterback. Yeah. So you got to let them do what they were meant to do. And so, look, I'm sure you're going to try to take advantage of Fields' legs. They're too dynamic for you not to. But you got to let him throw the ball, Ocho. And I ain't talking about no damn 15 times a game. What the hell you expect the man to do? Go 12 or 15 for 220 yards, 3 touchdowns? Come on now.
It's all about understanding your player's strengths. Understanding your player's strengths, understanding your player's weaknesses, and playing to his strengths. Play to his strengths and try to cover up his weakness by doing other things, using other people. It's easy. It's a reason it's 11 people on the goddamn field.
Yes. Everybody has a responsibility. You like to move to the Jets.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. But one, only because, I got Breece Hall behind me.
Right.
And you mean to tell me I got a gangster and Garrett Wilson out there too?
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know what the rest of the receiving core look like, but I know I can count on 5.
They might get a receiver. They might take an offensive lineman.
I know I can count on 5. I'm straight.
Let me ask you this. How much pressure do you feel is on Justin Fields to show that, what, I'm a capable starter in the NFL?
Not only is the pressure on him, look where the hell he went to play at. That make the pressure times 10.
True.
But what you can't do, you can't be gun shy. But it all started here. You better listen. You wanted it, now you got it. And not only did you get it, now you got it on the biggest stage. Yeah, Justin, I know you're gonna see. I know you're out there in Dubai enjoying yourself. I've always been a supporter, boy.
Man, we need to go to Dubai.
Who?
Me and you.
I thought we were going. Listen, we going somewhere started with a D. It ain't Dubai. It's called DR. You hear me? Yeah. That's where we going. Huh?
Hey, y'all put me on that plane. Dubai, Ocho, Dubai. Hey, I see you. When we leaving, I see you at the airport, Ocho, in 6 days. Man, you can't turn me loose in the DR, Ocho.
Listen, I got somebody gonna take care of us now. I got somebody.
You got somebody take care? Because I was gonna be out like a scout on the new route.
We got the villa. We got the villa. The guy got the villa for us, 10 bedroom. Now you don't got to stay with me. Now you can be in the villa next door. 10 bedroom.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I
you get your own 10 bedroom. You get your own chef. You get your maid. You hear me? You get your maid.
Your villa killer.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So after that,
I need my own maid.
Oh yeah, you got your own maid and your own chef.
They got somebody cook too.
You get your own personal.
Oh, I got my own. I got all that.
Everything. Hey, listen, they laid it out. Then you got your own boat too now. Now I got a friend of mine out there in the DR in Punta Cana. His name is Jeff. You hear me? Now Jeff gonna take care of you. Trouble. Yeah. Yes, sir. Jeff got a menu. You hear me? When you go to McDonald's, you go to Burger King. You got 1 through 10. What you want to pick from?
Nah, I might as well go and take Sand to the beach, Ocho.
No, boy. Hey, boy. You know what? Hold on. Let me hold on. It's like we at church. I'm gonna excuse myself.
Hey, Chad. I might as well go and take Sand to the beach. Hey, Jordan. Let me get my Sand out the shoe before I even get there, Ocho. Let me get him out of the shoe.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I don't know if you ever been to the DR.
I ain't been over.
But it ain't no point in taking Sand to the beach when the sand is already there.
Nah.
Listen, I
might as well just stay on home, shit.
Oh, there it is. All right, you about to get in trouble, huh? Let me slow down. Okay, I'm gonna slow down a little bit.
Nobody knows the trouble.
Hey, now let me stop.
Man, look here.
I'm doing all this lying. I had my kids all weekend, man. All week.
You had the kids out there?
I had all of them with me.
Oh, man. I might not go with no kid. I might come back with a few. You know what I'm saying? Don't charge me. I'm just saying, if you like if it is what you said it is, I leave with none. I leave with 3. I came with 3.
I'm just basing everything off of using my peripheral vision. So I was with the kids and then the family. I was on daddy duty time, making sure they enjoyed themselves. But I got eyes too. I got 2 of them.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm allowed to use them, and then based on what I saw, based on what I saw, it's different. It's different. Like we have a Dominican community here in Miami, but actually being in Punta Cana and being able to see it for yourself is different. I don't know how to explain it.
Man, it's
different.
Huh?
Man, boy, listen.
What about Colombia or Brazil?
I don't know about. I don't know about Colombia.
Well, we might what Jet said. Hell,
let's start in the DR first, and work our way.
Let's start in the DR.
We'll work our way around. Only thing I know about Colombia is Pablo Escobar. That's it.
But hey, no, everybody be going there to get veneers now.
In Colombia?
in Colombia.
Okay.
I guess you get
I think that's
a 32 pack for $500.
Dr. Montoya, I think he out there in Colombia, ain't he?
I don't know, Ocho.
He a famous, I think, famous doctor.
Man, them jokers, hey, but the veneers be so big, the people can't even close their mouth.
For real? Damn.
Now I wouldn't feel comfortable. I mean, it's hard. Now, look, if I'm in a foreign country, Ocho, and I need to have something done, I got to have it done. But as far as going and getting it done, no, I'm not leaving.
Well, you have to understand, they do it. I think they do a good job, in Colombia. Yeah. And the price point is a little bit less expensive.
It is.
What it would be here. Titus, what they do, twin? Titus, what they do, twin? Hey, it's hot in here. Hold on, man. I keep wiping my face. Let me turn the AC on.
What you doing? Why you ain't in the bed? Really, bro? Yeah, I thought so, Chad. People be going, don't they be going to Colombia getting BBLs and getting dental work done? That's the capital. Colombia is the BBL capital. Huh? I wouldn't know. I ain't up in the damn Colombia. Yeah, I might need to go to Turkey, get me a hairline. I'm gonna get me one of them old Paul George hairlines.
Oh, nah. Well, hey, listen, you want to talk about hairlines? The only hairline I want, if I was ever to decide, like, listen, my hairline is not receding, but if it was to recede at any point and I decide to grow it out, I want my hairline like, what's the name? From used to be on First Take, man. Jalen Rose. Boy, Jalen, hey, yeah. I don't know who Jalen Rose barber is. Boy, young boy, he had to be an engineer. Hey,
man, look here.
Jalen Rose barber had to be an engineer. I ain't never seen nothing so clean and sharp like that, boy. I'm talking about everything.
Man, you see Paul George?
Now, what's wrong?
Paul George ain't lost not one. I mean, Paul George hairline right here.
Real?
Yeah, that joker, he raised it like this here, the whole head go back.
Hey, I ain't never noticed that.
Man, PG, I need that PG. The Turkey's where you go for hair transplant because they pull it out the back and then they put it right here. But you can't work out, you can't sweat or anything for like 3 to 5 weeks.
I got a question though. Yeah. I wish, and this is all jokes aside, I wish there was a way. I know if you're missing hair, they pull it from the back and they put it places so you can actually grow. Yeah. I would love to know what it feels like to have a full beard. Like my beard, I'm just being honest, and we family, so I can be honest with you, it grows in patches. And if I do want it to grow and allow it to be full.
Yeah, that thing splotchy, I can tell.
Come on, don't do that.
Hey, they say your beard look like you had pubic hair implanted.
Hey,
man, Ocho went to Turkey and got pubic hair implanted there for beard.
Now listen, that's a procedure that I would do. I could listen. We family. I could talk to you now. There are two.
Oh, you get hair transplant?
Not hair. My hair grow fine. I'm saying if I could grow a beard and there was a way I could get surgery to make my voice deeper, because you see how I talk when I talk, and it's like I got a goddamn soprano voice. Yeah, I want to be able to wake up on the phone. Talk to a girl.
Man, look at PG. Look at PG hairline.
Where's that?
Look at PG hairline.
Oh,
look at that thing,
Ocho. He just don't have a haircut, huh?
Even if you edge it up, Ocho, look at that. Look how deep that. Ocho, look at the side. Where that point is. Look where the point is. That's damn near the eyebrow.
Hey, PJ, that's my homeboy. Hey, me and PG.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't got no problem. Hey, I want that head full of hair. I want my hair to, my hair used to be down here damn pretty soon. I'm gonna have to let that thing go like my brother. Yeah, I might need to go to Turkey. I think Ocho froze.
I'm right here. Okay.
Oh. Yeah. But that's what I'm gonna do, Ocho. Ocho, the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers could reportedly have a deal done
Yeah,
by tomorrow. He beat them in Super Bowl 45. He could be joining them soon. Is this a good move by the Steelers? Might be the only move.
I was just getting ready to say that. I'm not sure if they want to go back to Russell Wilson, but the only move for them to do at this point, even though the issues that Aaron Rodgers had when he was with the Jets, it didn't work out. Some of the things that he did away from the game that affected him, on the field. If there's a team or a place where we can go where you understand you have to change your ways because now you're on the back end where they don't need you. They don't need you. And you have to find a way, to get in good graces with the NFL in general, letting them know, okay, you know what? I don't have the leverage I used to have. Things are a little bit different now. The game is getting younger. I'm not the same 4-time All-Pro I used to be. I got to do things the right way because I'm almost out the door. Yeah. I have flashes of brilliance every so often. I'm up and down. This could be my last stop. Listen, you got George, you got George Pickens to work with. You got DK Metcalf to work with. I'm not sure what they can do.
Freiermuth.
Oh, you got
Freiermuth, Charles Austin III.
I'm not sure what they're gonna do in the backfield. You need somebody to take that pressure off him so we don't have to do so much.
Because not to cut you off, it looks like Najee Harris is about to sign with the Chargers.
He's going to.
So is Jaylen Warren is a free agent too, is he? Or is he back? Because everybody feels that they can go get a back. Because a lot of times people feel like the college back, his most value is when he first come out. Because guess what, Ocho? He's coming out as a 21 or 22-year-old, and we get him for 3 to 4 years, and we ain't got to do nothing at least for 3 years. So we run the tread off the tires and then punt the ball, let somebody else get him. So we feel we've got the best out of him. That's how they think.
I hate that.
He's a restricted free agent.
I don't like the fact that the running back position still, if you look at the numbers that some of the running backs have gotten today, is not valued the way it should be. Unless you are special. Special. And you can look at it. So I don't want to say any names because to me it's somewhat disrespectful, to some of the deals that they have to sign 1-year deal.
Yeah, they did. But the running back had a resurgence last year, Ocho. I mean, look, I ain't talking about, but you talk about the top 5 backs. Let's say you say Saquon, you take Derrick Henry, you take Josh Jacobs, McCaffrey. You take who else was in that? Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. Who else was in that?
That's your top 5 right there.
Okay, yeah.
Like it's like them, and then there's a huge drop off, like off the cliff.
Right.
Like what, man? What the hell? No, that's crazy. I'm looking at some of the numbers. And like it is the NFL. It's still good money, but for the position and what you have to go through, the wear and tear, the pounding, pause. I'm like, golly.
Najee signed with the Rams? I thought he was going to the Chargers. I thought he was looking at the Chargers. Somebody talking about he just signed with the Rams 1 year.
Who? I saw that
Harris.
earlier before I even got here. I saw that on Twitter.
He signed with the Chargers, right? 1 year? Okay. 1 year, 9.25. Okay. They just got they had the number right, but they had the wrong team. I look, think about it, Ocho. Look about how many quarterbacks moved, and they're one of the last ones to move is a 4-time league MVP, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. That should tell him everything he needs to know. If this is not a wake-up call for Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what is.
Yeah. It would scare me, honestly. It would scare me.
It
would scare me to the point where I'm walking on eggshells, where an NFL in which I dominated for a very long time and I've had leverage for a very long time, I no longer have that leverage. They no longer need me right now. The fact that I had an opportunity in New York and didn't get it done and they actually let me go. I've never been on the losing side of things in that manner. You know what? We're going to show you the door. We good. Shoot, man, please.
The Raiders say, hey, we'll trade for Geno. Seattle says, nah, we want Sam Darnold. Remember I told you, Ocho, I say I like a deal for Sam Darnold like what Baker Mayfield got. I'm not finna give him no $45-50 million. About $33 million. Baker has played really well. Next year, Baker probably, if he plays well like he played last year, they're gonna tear that deal up and he's gonna probably get $45-50 million. Baker has played unbelievable. And Chris Godwin turned down more money to stay. He turned down, he had an opportunity to go to the Patriots if I read it correctly, but he took less money to stay in Tampa. Play alongside Mike Evans and have Baker Mayfield as his quarterback. Got no problem with that. But like you said, Ocho, this absolutely should be a wake-up call for Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Because your resume, your resume, you didn't do that resume in Pittsburgh. You didn't do that resume X, Y, and Z. What you did in Green Bay, they'll forever remember you. But I need you to do some of that for what you did in Green Bay. I need you to do some of that here.
And he had everything he needed. They gave him everything he needed. They gave him everything he wanted, and he didn't get it done. He did
not.
I think
he wanted Randall Cobb.
Alan Lazard.
He wanted Alan Lazard. He got it. He wanted Tay Adams. He got him. He wanted his offensive coordinator. He got him. I mean, Nathaniel Hackett owe a lot to Aaron Rodgers because he snaked the Broncos, pretend like he was interested, knowing he wasn't going, got Nathaniel Hackett that job.
That's crazy.
And then he's like, you know what? I want Nathaniel Hackett, knowing good and well.
I understand, but look at the power and the leverage as a quarterback that a quarterback has, especially with a quarterback with the accolades and the resume that he has. There's some of the things that he can pull off. Come to an organization and they give you the keys. They gave you everything. Not only did they give you everything, but look how you acted when it was time for minicamp. When it was time to be a leader of men. The one person that the players are supposed to be able to look up to and actually count on, you are completely different. You do things your own way, not like the Tom Brady's, the Peyton Mannings, or the Drew Breeses. But you do it your own way. Now you get another shot in Pittsburgh. And I would think the best thing for you to do, I mean, who am I to tell somebody on how to conduct themselves when they come to play in the game of football when I was an ass clown myself?
Look, you be an asshole, but I'm saying, Ocho, when you go to a new team, you show up for mini camps, no TAs, because you try to ingratiate yourself into that team structure. Because what you did where you came from has no bearing on what you're going to do here. That was my approach when I went to Baltimore. I understood what I had accomplished in Denver. But how was that going to help me in Baltimore? John wasn't throwing me the ball. I wasn't in Mile High. And so now I got to show people, okay, this is how the guy that came here, this is how I became who I became. The way you practice, the way you do things, the attentiveness that you show. I didn't think I was, because I had Super Bowl rings and I was an all-pro, yada, yada, yada. I didn't go in there thinking I was better than them. I went in there, I humbled myself. Hey, I need to be at OTAs. Here I am. The only thing I did say, they used to have a test, Ocho, the conditioning test, you had to run on the treadmill.
How you did?
Man, I told Friday, you remember Friday? Friday was you all had Chip and Friday too, but the roles were reversed. Friday was the head, Chip was the assistant. In Cincinnati, Chip was the head, Friday was the assistant. Man, they got on the thing and, you start off at like 8, you run on that for 2 minutes and they go to 9, 8.5, but you got to be up to like 20 minutes. And I'm looking at everybody and I'm thinking to myself, is this a new form of football? Because we ain't going to be playing on no treadmill. I said, Friday, I'll be back. I went right upstairs to see Brian. I said, bro, what the treadmill got to do with working out? He said, what's wrong? I said, bro, I run on the grass. I run on the ground. I play football on the ground. I said, bro, I can't do that. He's like, all right, don't worry about it. I say, hey, I came right back down. I said, I talked to Brian.
You ain't doing it?
That's a wrap for me.
I like stuff like that. I like stuff like gases, conditioning tests, stuff that actually has no bearing.
I like actually running, Ocho. I like actually running. And I had just got off a hamstring injury. I had just got off a hamstring injury. I said, nah.
That's understandable. That's understandable.
No, hell no. But let me ask you this, Ocho. How do you think the pairing is going to be with Aaron Rodgers and Mike
Man,
Tomlin.
it's gonna be good. Listen, one thing about it,
Okay.
I guarantee you, any player, no matter who you are, no matter what you've done in the NFL, they have respect for their young bull out there. I'm talking about young bull. They have respect for Mike Tomlin. All of them, including Aaron, walking in that building, going to play for that historic franchise, for a coach that's been consistently good. I mean, not where they should be, but he's been consistently good and always winning year in and year out. You coming in, with respect. I'm sure. And I'm sure Mike Tomlin's going to give him that same respect based on who he is and what he's done. But again, like you said, it holds no weight and has no bearing on what you've done so far. You got to update. You got to update your resume every year, huh?
You do. You absolutely do. And that's what I love about sports. This ain't no, hey, bro, you got to update your resume every game. Right. This is a game to game. Now you get an opportunity to do it. Because this ain't like no regular job, Ocho, where we have a year in review. No, we review your stuff every week, bro. I can't wait till the end of the year to make a decision. I might need to get you up out of here after week 5, after week 6, after week 10. I can't be afraid to make change.
Right.
The only constant you'll ever have in life is change. Whether you choose to adapt and evolve and change with it, but change is the only thing that's constant. Hopefully, I hope Aaron understands that. Yes, your career in Green Bay was sensational. I mean, some people might have think you, based on who you are, your body of work, those MVPs, the consistency, the touchdown to interception ratio. Some people might say, "But damn, Aaron, you left some out there." Losing to Jimmy Garoppolo twice. Russell Wilson in his third year.
I remember that.
You lost to who else? Lost to Tom. You wanted home field. You said, "I want the road to the Super Bowl to lead through Green Bay." And I'd be damned if you ain't let Tom, his first year in Tampa, come there and put puts in you.
Yeah. Woo!
4 MVPs, you got to get to at least 2 to 3 Super Bowls, Ocho. I ain't saying you got to get to at least 2 to 3. With 4 MVPs, Ocho? 4? 4. Manning has the most. He had 5. Manning went to 3 Super Bowls. I think Montana has 2 MVPs. Montana went to 4 Super Bowls. Brett Favre went to 2. Elway got 1 MVP. He went to 5. With 4 MVPs, you got to be at least 2 Super Bowls. You got to. And don't and he ain't like he ain't have no weapons, Ocho. Jordan Nelson and Greg Jennings and Donald Driver, Jermichael Finley. He's always. So it's very interesting to see. It was difficult seeing him in a Jets uniform because, Ocho, you get so accustomed to seeing a guy in a said uniform. I mean, it's like, damn. I mean, now you'll probably see him in a different uniform. Maybe the Steelers. It seems like, but who said that? Schefter? That a deal
makes sense.
It's being reported. Schefter didn't report it. It's Pro Football Talk saying it could be a deal. To see Aaron Rodgers in a different uniform.
Yeah.
Mike Florio?
Listen, they need it though. They need it. Even though it's not Aaron Rodgers of old, but the fact that, okay, if we can get him somewhere just close to being a little consistent, we'll be all right. Because look what we got to deal with already in our division. Yeah, we ain't see. You know who else got to make another splash? The Cleveland Browns. There is no way to compete in the AFC North unless you have a quarterback. Because defense ain't going to get it done. You're not going to dominate on defense. That can't be your identity, not going against Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. Now, Aaron Rodgers being in Pittsburgh, the Cleveland Browns are going to have to make a splash. I don't know where they're going to go. I don't know who they're going to get, but they don't have a choice but to make a splash because you can't rely on your defense to be able to stop these teams.
No, because here's the thing. You got to score. The NFL's about scoring. That's why they instituted the rules, because they like scoring. We like scoring, Ocho. Baseball, they like to see the ball go over the fence. Basketball, they like to see people, they like to see 127, 140,
Right.
127. They like 145 to 143. That's what we like. We've always liked scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball, I mean, maybe you get a purist and he wants to see a 2-1 basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, excuse me, a 2-1
Right,
baseball game.
right.
Or in soccer, but no, Ocho, I don't want to see that. Excuse me, in hockey. No, bro, I want to put, hey, make it 6-5. Baseball, make it 10-11. Not what I want to see. All that other stuff, I don't care about that. It's being reported the Steelers are also signing Darius Slay. Ocho, you like that move?
Slay is going there. Boy, boy, listen. I'm a Bengal at heart, right? I'm the chat. Y'all stay with me real quick now. Darius Slay is well capable of still being an elite corner in this NFL. If you watched him play last year, if you've seen some of the clips that I saw, they still got it. Well,
guess what?
What he does.
It's gonna be put to the test because if Cincinnati bring back T. Higgins, you got to deal with T. Higgins, and he got to deal with Chase. He got to deal with Bateman, and he got to deal with the other Zay Flowers.
It's a good thing. I like it. The pairing. It's a nice pair now. Might be two of the best pairings outside of Marlon Humphrey and Nate Wiggins. I like Nate Wiggins too. He a little on the slim side, but he's nice. Joey Porter, Darius Slay. I like that. I really like that. And I'm telling you, Chad, Slay still like that. But again, you know how it go. Age, a numbers game. You know, them not feeling.
Well, he gets to stay in Pennsylvania. He just got to move up a little.
Yeah, it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad.
Nah. What's the numbers on Slade? Do we get the numbers? With a 1-year deal, 2-year deal?
I thought it was 2 when I saw it. I thought it was. Goddamn Slade boy. Hey, Slade be out there like me.
Oh, you're right. Peyton Manning went to 4 Super Bowls, Ocho.
Hey, Slade be out there like I do, boy. When I used to play corner, boy.
Nah, you can't play no corner.
Hey, I used to stare, read, break. Man. Boy, I was the real deal, boy.
Ocho, the Seattle Seahawks have agreed to sign free agent Sam Darnold to a 3-year deal, $100.5 million. Seattle is giving Darnold $55 million in guarantees. You like this move for Seattle? I like the
move because I don't like the move for Seattle. I like the move for Sam Darnold, though. I like the move for Sam Darnold. We saw a small sample size of Sam Darnold in New York. Okay? He didn't really have nothing around him. We saw a small sample size of Sam Darnold in Carolina. He didn't really have nothing around him. Boy, you put goddamn Sam Darnold over there on the Minnesota Vikings, boy, he looked like Joe Montana. Boy, he looked like Joe Montana. You hear me?
He ain't got that in Seattle,
Can I tell you why he looked like that, though? They got a young bull over there last name Hawkinson. Huh? They got a young bull over there, probably the best receiver in the NFL outside of Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. They got Addison, young bull, crazy, giving you crazy work.
Yeah.
So that's how he was able to get paid like that. So now he get that money down there. Now you got to come and show up. You got certain quarterbacks that elevate the receivers around them. Do you have certain quarterbacks that need the receivers around them to elevate the quarterback play? So now you got to come in and show out. Right now, all they have right now is JSN. I like JSN. I like him. You know, they got to get something else over there. You don't let Tyler Lockett go. You don't let DK Metcalf go. I'm not sure what kind of rebuilding stage they in, but they playing with Legos. They done started over from scratch.
For me, I don't think that Sam Darnold is better than Geno. Now, maybe you didn't want to give Geno an extension. Geno's going to make $31 million this year. He probably going to look for something north of 40. You get Sam Darnold for about $33 million. But go back and look the last 2 to 3 years, Geno has outplayed him. Now, maybe, hey, you want to move on? We've letting Lockett go. We've letting DK go. Hey, we're going to start fresh. We're going to get all that up, all that Pete Carroll, we're going to get that up out of here. But I don't think Sam Darnold is better than Geno.
Well, you know he's not better than Geno, huh? You know he's not better than Geno, but I'm just saying we have to understand why Sam Darnold was able to do what he did in Minnesota. I always say a quarterback is only as good as his supporting cast. There are very few quarterbacks in the NFL right now that can go to any team, and regardless of what's around them, they can excel. Regardless of who's
Yeah,
around
there ain't a
them.
whole lot of
Lamar
them.
Jackson's one of them. Josh Allen is another one who did more with less. There's a few others. I'm not gonna say no names. There's a few others. They can go on any team. I don't care what you put around me. I'm gonna get the job done no matter what. I don't care how much talent, how much skill I got around. It's because of the onus in what I can do, and that's why I'm special. Hell, that's why Josh Allen just got the deal he got.
6 for 330.
That's why he got the deal he just got. That's why the quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow make the big money. Some people say, well, Joe Burrow's only doing what he's doing because he had Jamar Chase. Put him anywhere. Put him anywhere. The skill set doesn't change. You being able to throw the ball doesn't change. All you need is the players around you to get the job done.
Somebody said in the chat they offered Geno the same contract they offered Donald. Why would I? So you mean to tell me I played the way I played, I've gone to Pro Bowls, and you're going to give me a $2 million raise?
Please.
Screw you.
Child, please.
I mean, I wish I might.
I like that for Geno too. I like that for Geno.
Yeah, so do I.
Miami. Miami's one of Miami's finest. Geno Smith.
Sam Darnold ranked 14th in QBR, which was 7 spots ahead of Smith en route to the Pro Bowl. But Darnold also had 11 sack debacle in their wild card playoff loss to the Rams. If you look at it, the last 2 games, I think they played Detroit and they played the Rams. They played Detroit. Yeah, they played Detroit because they had that come from behind win. Then they played Detroit, and Detroit mopped them. And then they went to the playoffs, and the Rams crushed them. So his play is very, very receiver eccentric, which means he really need quality players around him to elevate him. I don't believe he can elevate. They need to elevate him. And that's what you got with Jetta. That's what you got with Hawkinson. That's what you got with an Aaron Jones. That's what you got with an Addison. Now, it's going to be very interesting to see what they put around him. He only has Jackson Smith and Jigba that's still there. Or they have Noah Fant, who's still there. But what are the other receivers that you're going to put? No DK, no Tyler Lockett. So what are you going to surround him with in order to and hope you get the production this year that he gave Minnesota last year?
Listen, I'm not sure who the owners are in Seattle, but I think they understand. They've been watching football long enough.
It's Paul Allen's sister.
His sister.
His sister. Paul Allen. Listen, he passed away and left everything to his sister.
They have enough scouts and enough scouts and people in place to understand why he played as well as he did. You know why. You know, I understand it's a business. I understand you have to pay him his money. But if you want to see him be as productive as he was, you need to get the same type of pieces. You ain't gonna get Justin Jefferson. You ain't gonna find that. But there are some quality wide receivers you can get to put around him, to put with JSN. They got a nice running back and Kenneth Walker the third, right?
Kenneth Walker, and Charbonneau.
Well, they nice. They nice. So I think they're gonna be all right. But it's just very questionable about some of the moves they made with for one Lockett. How you let the preacher go? I call Lockett the preacher's wife. You can't let the preacher's wife go. You know? That goes against everything God stands for. Now DK, he wanted his deal. They weren't gonna pay him.
Yeah.
Now I understood that move. But hey man, the business, the NFL is crazy. Sometimes it makes you sit there and scratch your head. But it's the nature of the business. You've been around it for so long, you play it, and you see how they operate. Nothing should surprise you.
Yeah. Ocho, I love what Jamar posted on IG. Know your worth, then add tax.
He don't play.
Look what he posted on Ocho.
I saw it. He don't play. He don't, man. You're not listening to me.
Give me me. Give me me.
They played with him last year.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain players that love the game, and you know you can play with them, right? You can play. You know, when the NFL knows you love the game so much that you're come and play, they'll take advantage of you. Now you got somebody like this who showed you, all right, now I'm gonna sit out. I'm not gonna do
I ain't cutting no
at
deals.
all. Now you played with me last year. This year, nah. Yesterday's price
Ocho,
ain't today's price. I need
nah.
all that.
Today's price is 2 years from now price. I'm charging. I know the economy. I know we wiped out a lot of games over the last couple of days. The Dow and the NASDAQ is down, but I need that
all
back.
That.
Oh
all
yeah. Oh yeah. For what y'all did to me, I cut nothing. I'm charging. I remember when I was growing up and my grandfather would take me and my brother, we go get Easter shopping. We buy one of them, buy 2 suits, you get 2 suits for $99. They throw the tie in the pocket square in for free. Jamar say I'm charging everything a la carte. It's 15 million for I led the league in receiving yards. It's 15 million I led the league in touchdown. It's 15 million I led the league in catches. We're about 45. Make it right. Make the money right. Tobin, you and Mike Brown, make the money right.
Hold on. And if it ain't what it should be, I ain't touching the field. I'm not touching the field.
I'm not touching the field until week 8 because I want to make sure I get my credit this season.
Man.
Now I'm gonna do that. Oh, but y'all gonna pay me. I'm not cutting. Hey, T, I would really love you, but I ain't gonna save no money now. I'm just letting you know I ain't saving no money. Ain't gonna be no scraps.
Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny.
They don't cut these networks no slice. They don't cut them no breaks. No. They make them pay top dollar. So hey, I need that.
No choice.
I need that. Oh, and plus, you already told me you're gonna make me the highest paid.
You got to be careful.
It's like, hey, Ocho, hey, we're in this thing together, and you don't promise your girl.
Hold on. Don't forget they done lied to me once already. Now, but they said they told him they won't pay him last year. So now you're worried. Now you're worried. I really can't stand on your word because you told me one thing last year, and then you bucked the system on me. You bucked me. So I don't know what to believe now. So now you get a post like that because now it's strictly business.
Oh, that's all it's ever been. Because y'all told me y'all was gonna take care of me. Now I look at y'all, you say you promise it like pie crust, thin and easily broken. I can't believe nothing you tell me.
I wrote that.
I can't believe nothing you tell me.
Before. I remember that one. That's a good one.
Yeah. So I need all that. I want everything I was promised yesterday and everything y'all took in today. You remember Harlem Night when you say you shaking the dice?
The dude snagger two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Mama need a dress. Baby need new shoes. And you need teeth. Now roll the dice, mofo. I'm a roller. I'm a roadie.
I told you kids give me bad. I told you kids give me bad luck.
Yeah. He said, get that kid out of here. Ray said, hold on.
This is my place.
It's my place. Kid ain't going nowhere. He ain't bothering nobody.
I'm going to stick you, and I'm definitely going to stick you.
And I'm going to stick that slow walking gravel boy saying.
Oh.
That he crapped out.
Yeah, he was hot.
Ray said, hold on, bro. Had you won, we'd have paid you. Now pay the man or buy the dice. And I ain't selling, punk. But Jamar Chase want that bread, Ocho.
I need that.
Get your money, Chase. Get your money. Chase was Ocho. Check this out. Last year he was open to a deal, average around $36 million if structured right. Bengals couldn't get it done. Now, triple crown. Triple crown. Triple the price.
It's crazy.
Money. Yeah. Money. Yeah. Get him, Chase. The highest paid non-quarterback is $40 million. Yeah. Chase said, give me, I need 41. I need about 5 years. And then what they got, you say, The first 3 years, I need 100 piece.
Make it 105.
100 piece.
Make it 105. Just a good measure.
As a matter of fact, you know what? I had to take out a Lords of London policy just in case I get hurt. That could replace the value that I was going to lose. I need that money back too. So throw that in there. Throw that in there. Absolutely.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's been a good time. It's been a good time. It's been a good day for me, for the NFL.
Ocho, check this out. Had they this is what the Bengals, because they waited till the last minutes, they could have had Jesse Bates for $12 million. They didn't do it. He leaves, gets 15, 16 from the Falcons. T. Higgins, they could have had T. Higgins for about $23 million a year. Now they're gonna have to pay him north of 30. Jamar Chase, you could have had it for 35, 36, say 36. Now you're gonna have to play him 40 plus. Trey Hendrickson, could have had it for 25. Now you got to pay him. Now you're gonna have to sandwich him in somewhere between 30. He wants north of 30.
Yeah. Hey,
2 back-to-back seasons with 17 and a half sacks. I can't say I disagree with him.
And I look at what Philly's been able to do with Devontae Smith, with AJ Brown, obviously Saquon, Jalen Hurts, and being able to pay everybody. Do you think they were able to do it because they paid early? They struck before it got hot with great understanding of what would happen if they waited too long.
Yes. Bro, you see these guys practice every day. You see how these guys meet. You see them play. They don't get in trouble. What are you waiting for? If the longer you wait, it's almost like you're betting against them.
Basically.
They're going to have a down year. They're going to get injured, decrease the value. Well, there's a chance that happens, but what happens when it doesn't?
Right. I never looked at it like that, you know? And the betting against your own players by not paying them. Yeah, when you franchise tag me, that's basically what it sound like to me.
You betting against me,
I'm betting against you.
You're betting.
That's crazy. I've never heard it said like that. I just saw it as I don't value you long term. I didn't even think about the concept of, you know what, I'm betting against you because I don't think you could do it again. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tag you. Now show me.
I ain't gonna give you no long term. I'm gonna make you prove it again. And guess what, T. Higgins? I believe that was a fluke the last 3 years. I'm gonna tag you again.
That's heavy. That's heavy work. And where's my chapstick? Man, my lips dry as hell. Man.
The Denver Broncos were busy today. They reached a 3-year deal with Hufanga. The deal is worth $45 million, includes $20 million in guaranteed money. Hufanga has played it. He played his entire 4-year career with the 49ers and was named All-Pro in 2022. Hours later, news broke that his now former and 49ers teammate, Dre Greenlaw, will be joining him. Greenlaw will sign a 3-year, $35 million deal. The addition of Greenlaw and Hufanga, Denver boosted an already stout Broncos defense that ranked 3rd in points allowed and features Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain II. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hufanga?
He's coming out. Is he coming off ACL, right? Is that him? With the long,
Who that?
With the long
Dre?
hair.
Yeah.
I call him Little Palomalu.
Yeah. I think he went to USC too.
And Greenlaw coming off of
Achilles.
So I'm glad.
Remember, he tore his Achilles in the Super Bowl, running on the field.
He obviously, when he came back, young Bull got upset and walked off the field. So I'm glad to see him come back and go get paid. And it's always a dope thing to see players get hurt and you understand how ownership really feels about you after an injury like that. That magnitude, but to see him come back and get his money is a good thing.
Yeah, I'm so glad that Greenlaw's back, but Greenlaw has an injury history. I don't think he's played but one season in its totality. What? He's been nicked. Yeah, he's been nicked pretty much his entire career.
Jeez.
So the Broncos bolsters their defense. They got a run-stuffing linebacker, a rangy safety to pair him with PS2. The Broncos,
They making moves.
Talk to Sean Payton briefly. Say, give us a little time. We're
They
gonna be
making
okay.
moves. You can tell who's serious. You can tell who's serious about winning.
Huh? Who? What was it? What took? Yeah, I see. What was 22? He only played 2 games in 24. How many games he played in 21 and 22? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hit or miss. Hopefully he's healthy because he can play.
He could go now.
I think he came from Houston, didn't he? Was he 49ers drafted him? Okay. Asher, the one that went to the Texans, was started out at the 49ers. He's the one. Okay. But hopefully he can stay healthy, and him and Hufanga can add some depth and some leadership, and the Broncos, Bronco country, we're going to be in good hands. The Commanders are not messing around with quarterback Jaden Daniels' rookie contract. Apparently not satisfied with Brandon Coleman as their left tackle. The Commanders swung for one of the league's most established tackles in Laramie Tunsil. In the trade, the Commanders get Laramie Tunsil and a 2025 fourth-round pick. The Texans get 2025 third-round pick, a 2025 seventh-round pick, a 2026 second-round pick, and a 2026 fourth-round pick. Tunsil is coming off a season in which he graded 93% pass block win rate, which is 10th best, and a 75% run block win rate, which was 39th. Obviously, he's a better passer, pass protector than a run blocker. But hey, Jaden Daniels gets some help at the left tackle position, and you see Ocho, they're going for it.
Yeah. Well, listen, that's what you call going all in. You think about it, Laramie Tunsil, right? Why would you let one of your better tackles? Obviously, you let him go.
Ocho, do you remember how many times got sacked last year?
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say, look how many times C.J. Stroud was sacked. So when I look at the numbers that we're talking about, with him being better when it comes to pass protection, I mean, what do the Commanders do most of the time anyway? Pass the ball. I think I like the move. I think it's a good pick, a good pickup. I'm not sure if I wouldn't have no problem going from Houston to Chocolate City either. So, going from one franchise that's headed in the right direction to another franchise that's headed in the right direction. Listen, I ain't got no issues or problem with that.
Mean, he gonna miss the no state income tax, but he'll be okay.
Yeah.
Cause you remember Ocho, in Miami, he goes from Miami to Houston. Because wasn't he at Miami?
Yeah.
I think Miami drafted him because he drafted. That ball, with the mask, yeah. But I'm confused by what now. Maybe the Texans are going to take a tackle in the draft. I don't know.
Right.
I don't. Mainly I look at the skill position and corners and linebackers, things of that nature. So I'm not really too familiar with the offensive line. I'm confused by what the Texans are doing, considering CJ, one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the NFL, and his best protector. You're moving on. Okay, maybe it was a deal that was too good to pass up because you get you get a 2020, you get a 2025 third round pick and a 2025 seventh round pick. In 26, you get a second round pick and a 2026. Now, maybe you're going to package that if there's something in the draft that you want to get. Don't know. But I love what the Commanders are doing. We got 2 more years with Jaden Daniels on this rookie contract.
You got to take advantage of it, don't you?
Now, you see where the money going. $60 million is the highest paid. So what's that number going to be in 2 years? 65, 68, 70. Where are we going?
Crazy work.
Yeah. So I'm taking you like to move. Let me ask you this. What do you think that? What do you think the command? What do you think the Commanders' ceiling are now? Given they're in the same division, as the Eagles. You got the Rams. Who else made the playoffs last year? Who made the playoffs? Detroit. Do you see a bounce back season for the 49ers if they get some of their players back healthy?
I'm not sure about a bounce back season for the 49ers because they have too many pieces missing. Yeah, Debo going to the Commanders now. Brandon Ayuk was coming off a ACL injury. Then you got Ricky Purcell. I think I said his name right there. He showed flashes of what he could do. Brandon Jennings, who is also really good player, very good player. So I'm not sure what they're gonna look like with those two. They're not proven as of yet. Hey, the Commanders, they ain't playing. You got Terry McLaurin, you got Deebo Samuels. They went to the NFC Championship last year. Larry Tunsil wasn't there. You add that to your offensive line to boast everything up. You got Brian Robinson in the backfield. I mean, shoot. Everything's on the up and up. I mean, to me, to be able to compete with the Eagles, the only team in the NFC West NFC East, that's not doing nothing is the goddamn Dallas Cowboys.
Giants.
They made one move. They made one move yet.
Well, look, the Cowboys don't believe in free agency, Ocho. They haven't paid big money for a free agent since Greg Hardy. Remember they got Greg Hardy, Ocho?
Man, they tripping, man.
Oh, my bad. And let's check it on the divisional rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones has not made a splash today. First, he re-signed long snapper.
Okay, there we go. That's the start.
To a 3-year extension.
That's the start. The long snapper. That's the start.
Then he signed Javonte Williams, 1 year, $3 million. Javonte stats, 139 carries. That was tied for 35th. 513 yards, tied for 42nd. 4 touchdowns, tied for 40th. 3.7 yard average. That man signed a long snapper to a 3-year extension. And we got better than that.
It's a start. Listen, you got to crawl before you walk in anything that you do.
Well, damn, you must be a snake because you don't do nothing but crawl. When you gonna start walking? The Cowboys have not signed a free agent over $6 million since Greg Hardy in 2015. That was 11 years ago.
So they have. They ain't nothing changing. Ain't nothing changing. It's not gonna change.
Back to the 49ers. Ward went to Indy.
Him and
Hufanga,
Broncos.
the Broncos. Greenlaw, the Broncos. They just released Kyle Juszczyk.
Damn, for real?
Debo got traded. It almost seemed like they ended that.
But they had to let everybody go because they getting ready to pay. They getting ready to pay. Whatchamacallit?
Ocho, you keep going for it, and so if you pay it off, it's okay because you keep kicking the can down the road. It's like during the recession when they had this thing called interest-only loans. Now, interest-only loans, you're going to have a balloon payment that's going to come due. Now, hopefully, you done hit it big or you find somebody else to take that house over. But if you don't, you got to let it go. Right. Okay? They kept spending and spending and spending. They kept getting close, but they couldn't close the deal. So now I got to blow it up and start all over again. Because I got to pay the quarterback. And see, they went for it long as they had that quarterback on that rookie contract. Now he's no longer on that rookie contract. He's going to want $35, $40 million. But if I'm them, hey, bro, you're going to get this Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. $100 million, 3 years for $100 million.
If you don't want, and listen, if you don't want that, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad out there, Ocho. It's bad.
It's hard to find a quarterback, huh? It's hard to find a quarterback. If you find a good one, find a good one that's a rookie, you got a 3-year window. You got a 3-year window to do as much as you can, offensively and defensively, putting the pieces around him to see if you can make a run. Heck, but Jaden almost did it in his first year. Almost. You was one game away. One game.
Yep.
Man, please.
Ocho, the Cardinals are signing pass rusher Josh Sweat to a 4-year deal worth $76.4 million. Sweat is reunited with former Eagles defensive coordinator and current Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon in the desert. Is this the sign the Eagles are drafting a DN or trading for a specific DN in Dallas? Because remember, Ocho, what's Williams? Williams just went to, he went to
The D
New
tackle.
England.
Yeah.
Yes, he's
Yep.
in New England. So now they still have Carter. They still have Jordan Davis. They still have what's the other guy? I think Brandon Graham's going to retire. He retore his tricep. What's the other guy? They had another guy. Oh, they have Nolan Smith III, Jr.
Oh,
But no, look, clearly, everybody thought they had a chance to get Myles Garrett. That's not happening. So now we got to redirect our focus. And hey, if we got to go in the draft, we go in the draft. That's what we normally do. That's how we got Jalen Carter. That's how we got Jordan Davis. That's how we got Nolan Smith Jr. That's how we got all the players that we got. We drafted them. Howie say, hey, trust me. In Howie, I trust.
Hey,
So
they handle their business, boy.
yeah, Hunt. That's his name, Hunt. He had a big game in the Super Bowl. Hell, what D lineman didn't have a big game in the Super Bowl? Hell, they went hunting.
Hey, they were taking turns.
But you know, Ocho, you know how this is. Bro, they're gonna come rob you. They're gonna come rob your chicken house and get to go. They're gonna get to find the chicken that's laying the best eggs. You take your 2 premium pass rushers. Hey, we're gonna take them up off you. You couldn't hold on to Slay because his contract was kind of cost prohibitive. But we feel, hey, we thought we drafted your replacement last year, Cooper DeJean.
The nature of the business, baby.
It is what that's absolutely correct. Zach Wilson signs a 1-year deal with Miami. Ocho, you buying Zach Wilson?
Listen, I'm buying
a Zach Wilson
what
jersey.
You talking about, man? I'm going to get me a Zach Wilson jersey. Listen, you saw me. I wore 2 jerseys on this show. I got every soccer jersey you could think of. I wore a Jamar Chase jersey, and what's the other jersey I wore on the show?
Wear it out.
Zach Wilson.
You got how many Zach Wilson jerseys you got?
That one green one I had on that time on the show.
Wear it out. When you get back to your car, you'll have 4 more. They found somebody like Zach Wilson, so they're like,
hey, listen, don't talk about my dog. Don't talk. Listen, you know who had a better season in New York than Aaron Rodgers? Zach Wilson. Listen, hey Zach, I know you're gonna see this, baby. I love you. I'm glad to have you in the city. I'm glad. If you need someone to show you around, I'm the perfect tour guide. I don't go out. I'm in bed by 9 o'clock, but we gotta go. We gotta go hit Tootsies. Zach, we gotta hit Tootsies. I'm sure you're probably married. You have a wife, but it's okay. I just want to talk football. I want to talk football. They got chicken wings, seafood, rice, and lobster tail. They got chocolate cake, and we can use our peripheral vision to make sure we focus, but still see what's around us. You hear me? You got to be aware of your surroundings. So I'll let your boy, Zach. My number's still the same.
You said they got chocolate tail. What chocolate you said they got?
I be talking fast.
Yeah, I know you chocolate cakes. I know the cakes you talking about chocolate. Yeah, okay. Let you tell it.
Nah, not like that. Not like that. I'm really
that.
talking about food. If you've never been to Tootsie's, you got to go to Tootsie's for the food. You have. I know. Listen, try the food. Shrimp Alfredo.
Okay.
Chicken and shrimp.
I'm allergic to shellfish.
My bad. So you can't eat seafood, right? You can't eat lobster. You can't eat lobster either, huh?
No.
Damn. Oh, you
only
can't
calamari.
Eat salmon.
I guess that's a fish.
Yeah, damn, you can't eat nothing.
Shellfish, mullets, oyster, scallop, lobster, crab.
None of that. Jesus.
No. Anything that has iodine in it.
Can I ask you a question?
Like if I can't do betadine on my skin. Anything that has betadine in it burn my skin.
Burn? You mean like itching?
No, it'll burn the skin. The skin. I can't put betadine on my skin. It instantly discolors my skin.
Oh.
So I have to use like FiberClean or something like that.
Hey, how do you find something out? Like, how do you find something like that out?
When they put it on my black ass and my skin discolored. The same way you find out that you put bleach in your wash machine when you get colored and they spotty. That's how I found. I didn't know. Well, I knew I was allergic to
Right,
shellfish, but I didn't. It didn't really dawn on me that okay, betadine has iodine in
right.
it. But after trying, it didn't take me. It took me a couple of times. I'm like, well, damn.
Oh, see, so
Why
you
my
did it
ankles?
multiple times. Okay.
Yeah, but I was like, what? Why my skin
Right.
discoloring? You're like, well, Sharpie, and then went to that like, well, it has iodine. If you're allergic to shellfish, you're probably allergic to iodine because that's what they told me is that that's probably the common ingredient because there's iodine in shellfish, there's iodine in betadine. So we recommend that you obviously clearly don't eat shellfish, but stay away from betadine. Find another
Right.
cleansing solution. I mean, that's what I did. The Panthers cornerback J.C. Horn agreed to a 4-year, $100 million extension worth $70 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid DB in NFL history.
I like it. I like it. Listen, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of DB play. Those of you in the chat that have watched the Carolina Panthers play, those of you in the chat that are fans of defensive cornerbacks, I know J.C. Horn is one that you like. Pat Surtain might be the best, one who doesn't get the credit he deserves based on his play, whether it be man-to-man, bump and run or off in J.C. Horn. I think he's one of the few that allows his defensive coordinator to do much more that they want to do defensively because of how well he can play man-to-man. I love J.C. Horn. He's technically sound, doesn't get the credit he deserves, is not showcased because of where he plays football at. There's a reason why they paid him what he did. There's a reason why they paid him what he did. I've been watching him. I've been watching him all these years, and he's the real deal. He's the real deal. He just doesn't get the credit he deserves because of where he's playing at. He don't talk much either. He ain't gonna talk much, but he gonna go out there and play, and he gonna walk it every time. He real nice. And the fact that he hurt his foot, I forgot, I think it was maybe last year before last, he hurt his foot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ocho, the Rams are going to release Cooper Kupp if they cannot find a trade
Ain't got
partner.
no choice.
What is the best landing spot for Cooper Kupp?
Hey, that's a good one right there, boy. I like that. That's a good question. A good landing spot for Cooper Kupp.
Pittsburgh?
Oh, that's not fair. DK Metcalf, George Pickens, and Cooper Kupp?
Mm-hmm.
I like that, huh? Hey, you cooking. That's a good one. Listen, I'm not about improving teams in the AFC North unless it has to do with the Bengals. But just the thought of that is nice. I like that. How about a veteran presence over in Green Bay? Another route runner.
Yeah,
I like it
as a slot. Yeah,
you know sure. He can play on the outside. He can play on the inside. They can move around. He can play multiple positions. Why not? I like that. A similar offense to what he just left. Hold on. Debo is gone. Why not Cooper Kupp? Right down the road to San Francisco. You ain't even got to go that far.
How much is it going to cost us? Considering they're trying to, it seems like they're going to a cost cutting move in Green Bay. They let Juszczyk go. They traded Debo. They let Greenlaw. They let Hufanga.
You need a dog. You need a dog. Don't leave your quarterback out there to dry. Now, Josh Allen is one of the few who could do it. I don't have no superstars around me. I got Amari Cooper, but we're not using Amari Cooper the way he should be used when he was young, when he was in his prime. You hear me?
They got Khalil Shakir. Okay. They got Coleman. What you call him just left and went to New England.
Mac Hollins.
What's
Mac
his
Hollins.
name?
Yeah, he just signed
Mac
2 years. I just saw that. But I'm talking about that boy. Every quarterback needs that boy. Unless you're a quarterback that can elevate your team without one of them boys, like a Josh Allen, like a Lamar Jackson. You need your number one, where if you tell me to hike the ball and I'm blindfolded and there's a receiver that I can count on, it's Cooper Kupp. Let me get that over here with Brock Purdy so we have something that he can count on every single down if there's somewhere I need to go with the ball.
Are you willing? Are you gonna what about Houston Texans?
Ooh, that's a good one. Wait,
Nico
no, they just
Collins
they
is
just
back.
feel
Tank Dell's probably going to miss
they
this
just
season.
signed somebody. No, he's not going to be able to come back. Didn't the Texans just sign a receiver?
I don't know.
I could have swore they just signed somebody, or maybe I'm tripping. Chad, talk to me, Chad. Didn't the Texans just sign somebody?
Braxton Berrios.
Okay.
That fast, the fast
Yeah,
guy.
he
He was at the Jets. He was at the Patriots too, right?
Listen, that's a good pickup, but I do like the Cooper Kupp move also to bolster that offensive receiving room. I like that. Actually, I honestly, I like the 49ers better though.
Yeah. Christian Kirk is going to be available if he's not already available because there are reports that he's going to get released. He's kind of been nicked the last couple of years. And so that contract is cost prohibitive.
He could run too, right? He'll be nice over there in Houston. It's all about fits and understanding the type of offense you put these players into.
Oh, he was traded to the Texans, okay. But Ocho, that tell you they don't really think much about you.
What?
They trade you to a division opponent.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Most teams, they like, look, I'm not trading you in the division. I'm really trying to get you out of the AFC.
It depends on the player, Uncle. You got to be that boy. You have to be a difference maker. They're not trading difference makers in the division.
That's what I tried to tell you. That shows you what Jacksonville thinks of it. They traded to a division. The AFC, they traded him to within the division. Steph Curry has accepted a role with his alma mater, Davidson College, as an assistant general manager for basketball program. Steph becomes the first active player in the U.S. major professional sports to take an administrative job with an NCAA team. When asked about Steph's new job, Steve Kerr had some jokes. Well, if he asked to leave the game to go scout college, I'll probably say no. But it is Steph Curry, so I'll probably say yes. I just hope he doesn't ask. I like it.
I mean, it's cool.
What did they make you general manager of Oregon State?
That would be nice.
No, what did they make you general manager of FAMU?
Okay, now we cooking. Now we cooking. Now we talking. You hear me? You make me anything having to do with FAMU, I'm gone. I'm out.
Oh, so I gotta have to find me a new
No.
partner,
I could do the show from Tallahassee. You ain't gotta find nothing. And the Wi-Fi work just fine in Tallahassee. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Huh? Come on now.
Nah.
Yeah. Listen, I will pick up and relocate to Tallahassee right now. If the president called me, anybody of the governing body that has anything to do with FAMU want me in Tallahassee to be anything. I don't care what it is. I'm packing up and I'm leaving right now. Shh, man, please.
Damn.
What?
Guess you want to be general manager at FAMU?
boy, listen. You mean tell me I get to put on a suit and tie?
Man, you don't have to wear no suit and tie.
But if I'm the general manager, boy, I'm finna be whoo.
What general manager you know wears suit
This
and tie?
one?
How many general managers?
This one? Every time you see me step out, I'm gonna be in a suit and tie. I'm gonna have an orange suit. I'm gonna have a green suit. I'm gonna have a Rattler pin, a FAMU pin, and
that green suit, you're gonna be looking like the Grinch.
Ooh. Hey, one thing about it, when it come to fashion, I don't play. So if I have on a suit, I'm gonna look sharp. I'm gonna be sharper than the number 2 pencil. I'm gonna be cleaner than the board of health. I'm gonna be casket sharp. Hey, woo-hoo! You got me excited with that idea too, man. Golly. Hey, just the thought of that, being able to address the governing body at FAMU, the students, the faculty.
Man, you ain't auditioning for no job. Now it's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q&A. Oh, you auditioning for a job on the job. He sent out his resume on my job. Chad, y'all see this fool? He up there auditioning for a job. He at the job, sending out his resume on my computer. Man.
I'm just trying to diversify my portfolio, baby. My bad.
Man out here auditioning, sending out his resume on my company computer.
Oh, okay, that was funny. That was funny.
Kipper Norwood Jr. My question is, why did the Steelers have to choose Wilson over Fields? I would have gone with Fields over Wilson. I would have too, because look at where you are now. You're about to be your third, fourth quarterback in the last 4 years. I do believe Wilson could have done, Fields could have done some of the things. And I thought that was your future. Why'd you trade for him only for a year? Well, you only got 2-3 games out of him. Because like when Russ got healthy, he went to the backup and Russ went to the starting lineup. So I don't know if you really gave Wilson an opportunity to show you what he can do. What you think?
I'm honestly, if I was Mike Tomlin, I would have gone with a veteran presence as well, simply because of what they had done in the past. Super Bowl champion, knows what it takes to win, and that's not taking anything away from Fields. Fields was good when he was in until Russell Wilson was healthy. He took the Steelers, to a 4-2 record. Played extremely well. That's why I'm excited to see what he's going to do in New York as well, because if he can get a jump start like that in New York, once the season does start, I think things are going to be very, very, very good for him. And that 2-year deal, they could tear that up real quick, depending on how well.
If he plays well, they'll tear it up next year.
Man, listen. I'm excited for him.
Ryan Gordon, what are your thoughts on Pittsburgh Steelers choices so far? Well, I like the DK. The only thing they've done with DK, they gotten DK. Yeah. What else have they done to that with that? Oh, they signed Slay. You got to get a quarterback. I don't care. Yeah. They've had good defense. They've had skill positions, all that before. Without a quarterback, you ain't going
at all. Especially not in that division. Not in that division. Hell, the Steelers and the Browns.
Big Blue. Why aren't you guys including Jahmyr Gibbs in the top 5 backs? He is. We just overlooked it, bro. You do realize we're going off the top of our dome. Bro, it ain't like we got notes here like okay. Guys, let me explain how Ocho and I work. Like, okay, we have the list of the rundown, but when you hear me start naming our players, that's not on there. That's just off the top of my head. That's off the top of Ocho's head. We have a rundown in which the topics we're going to talk about. I know y'all was talking about, well, hey, Ash is probably feeding him information because I was going back and I was telling you, we was talking about the Yankees, and I was giving you different eras in which the players played. They was like, well, he recalled, he got it. No, I don't, because I didn't even know we were going to talk about that until you brought up the Yankees and what made them special. And then, okay, we go into this field. Okay, we talk NASCAR. I have no idea we're going to talk NASCAR. And then because other than that, if you're from the South, which I was, NASCAR is in you. You watched it. You watched all of them because NASCAR is not like it was. I think NASCAR used to come on CBS, if I'm not mistaken. And, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Sr. used to drive the number 2 Wrangler car before he got the black Monte Carlo, the 3, and had the gargoyle shades. And Darrell Waltrip drove the Tide 88 before he got the 11 car. And you had Buddy Baker, you had Bobby and Donnie Allison, all those guys, Buddy Baker, all those guys. I watched them, Harry Gant, the Skull Bandit, Neil Bonnet, Austin Bill from Dawsonville. This was before Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson and Dale Earnhardt Jr. and all these guys. That was before them. So that's why, and I remember I used to sit there, what else you gonna watch? You had 3 channels, on, off, and don't mess with me. So it wasn't like you just, like it is now, Ocho got 500 channels to choose from. Man, please. But no, we do not have every back No, I didn't even know we were going to talk about this. But the backs came up, and don't you like, okay, so we just rattled names off the top of our head. It's an honest mistake. It's not like we know what Jahmyr Gibbs is. He was special, sensational. He can run and catch.
Boy, you about the closest thing we done seen to Chris Johnson, boy.
Dr. Frank L. Bellamy says, fast break, pump fake, big mistake. No Lakers in 5. Doc.
What you said today had me dying, boy. SGA, PGA, USA.
USA.
Well, I was in tears. That was funny.
Kevin Brooks, Uncle Ocho, build a starting offense and defense using NFL football players that are in the media or used to be in the media. Well, hell, that's easy. Me, Strahan, Gronk, Brady,
Moss,
Ocho, Moss, Fred Taylor, Ryan Clark. Sorry, Dio, you ain't make the cut. You ain't make you. First of all, you not beating out Brady or Troy. So, and because of the money, we're limited to only 2 quarterbacks on the roster. So I'm sorry. Who else? Let me try to think. Hold on. Who else? Who else am I missing? Oh, Charles Woodson.
What?
Yeah,
what
Woody.
That, huh?
Who else come on there? I guess we got to put what you call him on there? Damian Woody.
Woody, yeah.
We need somebody to block. We need somebody to block, Ocho. Oh, J.J. Watt. I mean, hey, Dio, don't feel bad. Matt Ryan didn't make it either. Yeah, Kelsey, playmaker.
Playmaker.
Dion ain't in the media. He's a football coach. Is Fitzgerald? Does Fitzgerald do anything for the? I guess you take Sherm, Smitty.
About Sherm, yeah.
Jason Whitworth,
Big
yes.
Whit.
Yeah, Saturday. Greg Olson. Gonzo.
Yay.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just saying, how many tight ends we playing? We ain't got but 2. I know I'm going to be one of the tight ends. I don't know who else going to be one, but I'm going to be one.
You already said Gronk, so you got to go between Gronk and, whatchamacallit? Gronk and Gonzo.
Also, okay, I'm sorry, Greg. It's a good one, Ocho. Shannon Ocho, who wins? Brady, Unc, and the 85 Bears, Ocho, my homeboy, Ray Lewis, and the Ravens defense.
Ravens defense. I ain't even got to think about that. I ain't even got to think about that twice. I don't think people understand how good that Ravens defense was, man. Man, that's not even fair. Not even fair. Not even fair.
I think we're going to get y'all, Ocho. I got Brady. J213 said, hey, Unc and Ocho, 2 questions. Unc, do you have any plans to come to Boston for a signing? Also, which NFL team do you think won day 1 of free agency? Whoever won day 1 of free agency, going to be some crap this year. So whoever you think won, say, please don't let it be us that we think we won day 1 of free agency. Because everybody that wins day 1 of signing free agency don't be nothing in the coming regular season. Yes. I don't know if I'm coming to Boston, but we do have distribution in Massachusetts. So I will be coming to a store. I'm not sure in what area of Boston, but I will be coming. Aaron Owen says, the Bengals make me want to pull my damn hair out. Well, at least I got the Cavs. True?
Yeah. Listen, at some point we're going to make moves. I'm not sure when. I'm curious to see how long they're going to take. We're not the type of team that really waits to the last minute, to do things. If they're going to do it, they get it done. When it came to Joe Burrow, they didn't play no games. They didn't play no games. So I'm assuming,
No,
when it comes to Chase and T, if we're going to sign T, it needs to be done now. There's no need in waiting. There's no point in waiting. I understand what they have to do. They have to think about the future in the books, the way the way the money's spread out. They got to do all that stuff first. But let's get it done in adequate time so we'll have the gang back together if it's going to be possible. That's pretty much it.
Isaiah Lancaster. What's good, Uncle Ocho? 2 questions, Unc. Do you feel you and Stephen A have the best chemistry out of previous colleagues you work with? And who are your 5 quarterbacks with the best arm talent? Is he talking about currently or best arm talent ever? Marino, Rodgers, Elway,
Brett,
my homeboy,
Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mike Vick. I'm talking about arm talent. Man,
Mm-hmm.
You know how Vic don't even step into the ball and flick it 70. I'm talking about flick it. I'm like, man, what the?
I think the thing is that what you have to understand is that First Take for me is different than was Undisputed. Undisputed was basically Shannon versus Skip. The topics were what we talked about, and this was not on purpose, but he was a Jordan, I was LeBron. He was Brady, I was Mahomes. He was this, I was that. So it set up perfect. He liked the Cowboys, I did. I mean, just being honest. He didn't think Luka was good, I did. He didn't think Jokic was that good, I did. It was actually a debate format. If you look at today, how we do on First Take, it's more of a conversation. So I had to adapt because I'm used to coming out there. This was a prize fight, and I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win all 2 hours and 30 minutes in which I'm on the air. So it's different. Skip and I, we were unbelievable. And it's not easy to do that every single day because I was the energy. I always had to be on. It wasn't no, easing into it because I only got a small amount of time, Ocho, to grab someone's attention and hold it.
Yeah.
So I'm coming out. I'm Usain Bolt. I'm coming out the blocks and I'm running hard as I possibly can for as long as I can. So it's just different. I think the thing is that now I'm starting to get like, hey, and Stephen A has always told me, hey, just be you. Okay. So I didn't want to come and right out the gate dump all of the undisputed Shannon on the desk. Let me build up. I'm starting to get back, have the Lakers in 5 and things like that, the one-liners and things of that nature, and dating this and that. So I think Stephen A, but you got to realize, Skip and I, we started boom, 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 and slowly build. This is only Stephen A and I, we only been together a year. Skip and I was together 7 years. We gonna get it. That concludes this episode of Nightcap, brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network today. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Y'all know me, your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, the Liberty City legend, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the route runner extraordinaire, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Thank you for your loyal and continued support. We greatly appreciate you guys tuning in every night that we're on, tuning in to Nightcap. Make sure you check out Shea by La Portier. We do have it in stock. And if you can't find it in a city or state near you, just order it. We'll ship it directly to your door. Please drink responsibly and please stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84 with 84 being spelled out. Everything has been restocked. The Super Bowl show shirt and hat bundle. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Supplies are limited, so please make sure you grab yours while they last. Again, thank you for joining us. We will see you on Wednesday.